In the vast, silent canvas of the cosmos, before the dawn of humankind, two primordial forces came into being. Gaia, the earth, rose from chaos, a foundation of life and substance. Above her, Uranus, the starry sky, stretched out, a glittering, endless canopy. Between these two colossal entities, a generation of powerful beings was born, the Titans. Among them stood one whose very essence would define the mortal experience, Iapetus, the piercer, the Titan of mortality, whose destiny was interwoven with the finite nature of life and the unyielding passage of time. His story is not just one of ancient power, but a foundational myth that echoes through the triumphs and tragedies of humanity itself. The reign of Uranus was absolute and tyrannical. Fearing the strength of his own children, he imprisoned them deep within the earth, causing immense pain to their mother, Gaia. Driven by agony and a thirst for vengeance, she plotted a rebellion. Iapetus, alongside his brothers Cronus and Hyperion, answered her call. They positioned themselves at the four corners of the world, pillars of a conspiracy waiting to unfold. As Uranus descended to embrace Gaia, they sprang their ambush, seizing their father and holding him fast. The sky itself was pinned to the earth by their immense strength, allowing their brother, Cronus, to approach with a great adamant sickle and commit the act that would sever the sky from the earth forever, ushering in a new era. With Uranus overthrown, the Titans claimed dominion over the cosmos, ruling from the magnificent peaks of Mount Olympus. This was the Golden Age, a time of raw, untamed power, where gods walked the earth as kings. Iapetus, a formidable ruler in his own right, fathered four sons who would carry his legacy to fateful and often tragic ends. There was Atlas, whose strength was unmatched; Prometheus, the clever, foresightful one; Epimetheus, his hesitant, after-thinking twin; and the arrogant Menoetius, whose pride would lead to a swift downfall. And Iapetus, the patriarch of this ambitious line, watched as his children grew, their destinies already beginning to diverge, casting long shadows over the future. But the Golden Age was not to last. A prophecy foretold that Cronus, just as he had overthrown his own father, would be overthrown by his children. The prophecy came to pass when Zeus, youngest son of Cronus, rose to challenge the Titans' rule, igniting a cataclysmic 10-year war, the Titanomachy. The universe trembled as two generations of gods clashed. Iapetus, a veteran of the first celestial rebellion, fought with ferocious loyalty on the side of the Titans. From the battlefield, he unleashed his might against the new Olympian gods. But from the opposing peak of Mount Olympus, Zeus answered with a power never before seen, hurling thunderbolts that scorched the earth and shook the very foundations of the world. Despite their primordial strength, the Titans were ultimately overwhelmed. The combined power of Zeus, his siblings, and their allies, the Cyclopes and the Hecatoncheires, proved too great. One by one the Titans fell. Iapetus, the great piercer who had once held down the sky, was defeated and captured. For his part in the rebellion against the Olympians, his sentence was eternal. He was cast down from the world of light, falling through the cosmic darkness into the deepest, most inescapable pit of the underworld, the swirling, hopeless abyss of Tartarus, there to be imprisoned for all time. While Iapetus languished in the eternal darkness, his legacy continued, carried on through the dramatic fates of his sons. Atlas was condemned to stand at the world's edge, forever holding the heavens upon his mighty shoulders. Prometheus, the champion of mankind, was chained to a mountain, his liver devoured daily by an eagle for his gift of fire. Epimetheus, through his thoughtless acceptance of Pandora, unleashed all the sorrows and hardships that plague humanity. And Menoetius was struck down by Zeus's lightning and cast into the same dark pit as his father. Thus, the story of Iapetus does not end in Tartarus. It lives on in the struggles of his children, and through them, his legacy became the very fabric of the human condition. A world of strength and suffering, of foresight and regret, a world forever shaped by the ambitions and failings of the Titan of mortality.